Alright boys, so today I'm going to be talking about how I became a funded trader. This is way more valuable information than a vlog. I know you guys are already used to the vlog, but let's get serious. Let's get serious. 2026 is a year to lock in. It's a year to lock in for every single one of us. Already in almost the last lap of the year, but still 2026 is our year. Alright, so I bought my first funded account. I remember the day like it was yesterday. October 10th, 2024. The day I bought the account, it was like, I don't know why I felt like that. It felt like as if I took out a payout because I had it on such a pedestal. Like, oh, I just bought a funded account. Like, I just invested, because that was also my investment. That was like my first investment in trading. I've never actually invested money into trading. I've only invested time and effort. I've never invested money as at that time. It was like, oh, a really big deal for me. So I remember the dates like it was yesterday, October 10th, 2024. Based off of how much I put the account on a pedestal, based off of how much I thought about a funded account as like this life-changing opportunity, and I was like, oh yeah, if I do get funded, if I start making money from this, I know how much I can scale, I know how much I can make money over time. So I put it on such an incredibly high pedestal. That was one of the key problems I had on that first account. I had the account for almost a year. I know how crazy that sounds. I was the human embodiment of a break-even trader. I say this all the time, that if break-even, the word, was a human being, that would have been me. I held the account for so long because I was risking so little, first of all, because I was so scared to lose it. Why was I so scared to lose it? Because of how high of a pedestal I put that account on. So I was so scared to lose the account that I was risking so minimally, which is also why I didn't get to blow the account. So imagine you're basically on a demo account for an entire year. Like, I never thought about it in that sense of, I'm just trading demo. I'm literally trading a demo account. And I was on that account for 1 full year. I passed my first ever funded account June 18th, 2026. I've been trading since 2023. Since 2023, I have been trading. And I passed my first account June 18th of 2026. So, first of all, one of the big shifts in mindset was, it's just a funded account. Like, that is something that you need to put in your head. If you put these accounts on such a high pedestal, yeah, you will treat it like, you guys know how it is if you like a girl, yeah. If you really do like and respect a girl, you would be scared to touch her. I know that it's not only me. I know that this is how a lot of men feel, a lot of guys feel. If you really do have feelings for a girl, like as per, no be the normal feelings, say, this girl sharp, no be all those ones, like as per, you really do have feelings for a girl, proper feelings, genuine feelings, you'll be scared to touch her because of things that are valuable to us. We want to treat it with so much care and we want to treat it properly with genuine intentions. That's the right mindset to have for like a girl and all that. But a funded account should not be treated with the same mindset. A funded account should not be put on that high pedestal. A funded account is only just an opportunity to scale. A funded account should be treated as a business transaction. So now this is why I did not pass the account. First of all, I already mentioned that I stopped putting it on such a high pedestal. Following that, I started risking a lot. So now I typically risk 1% on the account. When I first purchased the funded account, I was risking 0.5. I'm risking 0.5 on the funded account. Why won't I spend a year on it? And obviously, I was also a break-even trader, like I said. Like, I was not making profits either ways, gang. I was not making any profits either ways. So like, obviously, I'm not going to pass the account. I'm risking 0.5 on it. I started risking 4%. I started risking 4% on the account. Sometimes I risk 3%. But moving forward now, I'm not going to be risking 4 only. I'm not going to be risking 3 anymore. Like, it's do or die. Like, there's no reason why you should sit down on an account for so long. So instead of risking 0.5 or 1%, I started risking 4%. Daily drawdown of 5%. You risk 4%, you take 1 trade a day. The third thing that I did, I was only taking high probability setups. High probability setups, the highest probability. So if you have an account here that has a 5% daily drawdown and you're risking 4% and you're only taking 1 trade a day, so now you need to take the highest probability setups. So where if you can take 2 trades in a week, even if it's a 1-to-1, because my risk to reward is pretty low. I typically do like 1-to-1, 1-to-1.5. If on a good day 1-to-2, but my risk to reward is typically a 1-to-1. Typically a 1-to-1. If you're able to do 4% per trade, taking only high probability setups, in a week you get 2 trades or maybe 3 in a week, and you can take all of them. You make sure that these are the highest probability setups that you could have possibly found, and you're able to risk 4%, make 4%. In 2 trades, you passed phase 1. 2 good trades, you passed phase 1. 2 bad trades, you've lost phase 1. If truly you did wait for the highest probability setups and both of them failed and you lose the account, Fair enough, you add it to the business transaction. That was a loss. Okay, you took a loss. Every single business takes losses. Every single business will have losing days. You should not be put on such a high pedestal. When you now be at fault is when you're not taking high probability setups. So you now took 2 losing trades, and when you know that one of those trades, or even maybe both of those trades, were never meant to be taken at all. So now those are not meant to be added to the business debits now, because that was just a bad business. That was genuinely just bad business. But if you can sit down and like take only the highest probability and risk higher, in 2 trades you pass phase 1. One more trade you pass phase 2, because in phase 2 you can start risking 200 to make 250, because phase 2 is typically 5% if you're using funded PIP. That's what I was using. Phase 1 is 8%, phase 2 is 5%. So you can pass phase 2 in 1 trade as well. All this is put in factor that you already know how to trade. You've already proved to yourself that you have a system that works. You've already proved to yourself, you're already confident in yourself. Like right now, me, my trading, I'm going through a losing streak. But I'm so confident in my system that the losing streak doesn't bother me. Obviously, I'm like, bro, I'm losing trade. Like, what the fuck? You understand type shit? But it does not derail me in the sense of I switched to a new system. I'm not going to switch to a new system. I'm going to focus on the system. All I needed to do was reflect on what I was doing previously and saw where I lost my footing. And where I lost my footing was that I became too comfortable. I started taking trades that, like, even if to some degree it is part of my system, to the fullest degree it was not part of my system. When I passed my funded account, I was taking the highest probable setups. I was extremely picky with every single setup I was taking. I was taking the highest probable setups. I made sure that I was not taking anything that was haphazard. But the moment I passed the account, I started becoming a little more comfortable. Started feeling like the guy. Started taking things that, yes, so it is within my system. You could look at it in that way. But when I was trying to pass that eval, I would have not taken that trade. When I was trying to get funded, I would have not taken that trade because of how picky I was. So before you even think about even getting the account, you need to know, is your system working? That leads me to my fourth point. You need to have an extra source of income. You need to have an extra source of income. If you don't have an extra source of income, that is what is going to lead you to start putting these accounts on such a pedestal. Because you know that if you're not able to pass this account, if you're not able to make money from trading this week or this month or whenever, if you're not able to do that, you're not going to eat. You're not going to have food for the next week, or you're not going to have food for the next month. If you're in such a situation, then you are definitely going to put these accounts on such a pedestal. And it's going to make you passing those accounts so way much harder than it should be. You need, like, it's not a want to, you need to have another source of income. It's like, now by force, trading should be like almost like a side hustle. Even if you're getting the most amount of income from trading, it should be like a side hustle in a sense, because of you have other things you're doing. Or it should be the main hustle and you have other side hustles. However you want to phrase it, but you shall understand what I'm trying to say. If you can genuinely sit down and get these 4 things in check, get these 4 things in place, you're good to go. Stop putting these accounts on a pedestal. Don't put these accounts on a pedestal. Treat it like a business transaction. If you have a business partner that is not delivering, you wash your hand from the business partner. If you buy a funded account and you try your system with that account, you're risking good on the account. 4%. If you have a 5% limit on the day, you can risk 4. You can even risk 5. I typically don't like risking 5 for one day before spreads or something will make you risk a little more than 5%. I don't want to take that risk, so I typically just risk 4. If you risk 4 on a trade with a 5% drawdown, you do that 2 trades. You take those 2 trades, you're able to pass phase 1. If those 2 trades fumble and you lose it, it means that your system in that moment was not feasible enough to work with this business partner. You wash your hand. You wash your hand, come out. You get another business partner. If your system is able to work with that one, you move forward. That's literally how it is. It is a business transaction. That's how you should look at it. Stop putting these accounts on a pedestal. Start risking higher. Start risking higher on these accounts. Don't sit down there and be wasting, like me, I wasted 1 full year. I wasted an entire year on an account because of how highly I put it on a pedestal. Let know. Make sure you actually have a system that you understand and you're confident about, and that it is consistent. Make sure that has to be there. Me like this, I'm on a losing streak like this. But bro, I don't fall like as per, you know, fresh, oh, it invest me cigar as I lose trade as well now. I don't lose trade 2 weeks like this, we're waiting the soul type shit. But bro, I don't fall guy like as per, because me, I understand, say my system they work. I understand my system they go. I just know I just had a bad spiral of me making bad decisions because I got too comfortable. And that's it. Then number 4, have another source of income. Have another source of income. That's one of the things that's keeping my head sane right now, safe. that have other sources of income. So like if trading no work for 1 or 2 weeks or 1 month safe, I will still do alright. That's the main thing. That's the main cuckoo. If you're not able to have other sources of income, that will lead you back to point one. You're not start putting these accounts on such a high pedestal. Now you know, I don't shall give you my own advice. If you can do these 4 things, you're good to go. You're good to go. I know why you, bro, you're good to go, but you need to be honest with yourself, especially with that point 3. Shey you sabi trade, no be just talk. Do you have a consistent system? So yeah, boys, that brings us to the end of the video. Just a little rant, innit? Sometimes we have to be serious. I know you guys are used to the vlogs, but sometimes I'm also serious in the vlogs, though. But you know, just a little bit serious in this bitch. So yeah, boys, that's it for the video. And shit, I'll catch you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace, boys. Come on, man.